my excitement and passion is driven equally by this race, because every single person's counting down in their life from the day of diagnosis.
I remember it because it was my wife's birthday, May 21st, 2007. I'd had a series of headaches for a couple of months leading up to that date, and I was just gobbling down Advil. And then when I stopped to get the birthday cake, my 2 left fingers went numb when I tried to pick it up.
So Vic is a patient who had a diagnosis of a glioblastoma, and we sat down and we discussed all of the nuances about the type of tumor that he had, the prognosis, which at the time was quite poor. That he had a average survival of this tumor was on the order of 15 or 16 months.
So then after chemo ended, I kept doing MRIs every 2 months.
And in his case, it looked good, which we celebrated.
This is great. I mean, I just passed the 1-year marker. I just passed the 18-month marker. I just passed the 2-year marker. I just passed the 3-year marker.
In 2008, there was a discovery of a gene that's abnormal specifically in these type of tumors called isocitrate dehydrogenase, or IDH. Patients who had this mutation, this gene abnormality in their tumor, in their glioblastoma, had a better prognosis. So we thought, well, that's very interesting. Maybe Vic has this mutation.
So we came in for a research MRI, and then we got great news from her that my tumor had a particular gene which has been shown to extend longevity in tumor patients. Kind of said, okay, you know, you're gonna be around for a while, guy. Keep doing what you're doing.
The next huge breakthrough was that these cells actually make an abnormal chemical called 2-HG, which goes up to sky-high levels inside the tumor cell when you have that mutation. I literally ran over to the Advanced Imaging Research Center to meet with Dr. Choi, who has a special type of technique where he can detect abnormal chemicals inside the cell. Sure enough, he was able to detect this 2-HG in the tumor. This is like looking at the brain inside the skull as a black box, and all of a sudden, you've got that powerful lens looking specifically at the tumor cells. We can come in with a single simple scan and make a diagnosis, give prognosis. And we know in these patients that are low grade, that's a slow growing tumor, it may be years before it transforms into something higher. And the icing on the cake of it all is that we have targeted molecular therapies against the mutation and the enzyme that it produces. Now I can look back and say with 100% confidence, his prognosis was completely different than what I shared with him on the day that we met him. And so, is the 2-HG that powerful? It is that powerful.
If you could tell the patient at the beginning that although this is going to be a tough journey, not only are you young and in shape and everything else, but you've got medicine on your side in that you're going to have the chance to be a long-term survivor, and as opposed to sort of laying in bed and thinking, how much time do I have left? Why bother? And that's, I think, a powerful message.
This is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of the next frontier of discoveries that will help us understand and build the therapies that we need to for the future.